There's nothing worse than having a power outage and having no heat. Maybe this Mr. Heater portable ToughBuddy can help us out. Doesn't that look toasty? Welcome back to another Jeff Reviews for you. And as you saw, we are looking at yet another emergency preparedness item. And this is the portable ToughBuddy by Mr. Heater. You know what? Enough talk. Let's get right into the review. Not that long ago, a cold front came through and it brought a big storm with it, and it knocked out the power here for about 4 days. That typically wouldn't be a problem because we do have a portable generator, but it also knocked out the heat, and boy, oh boy, was it cold. I thought there's got to be something because none of my heating sources worked except for the propane fireplaces. Then I found this. It's the portable ToughBuddy by Mr. Heater, and look, it's indoor safe and it runs on propane. How cool. Let's do a quick unboxing. Here we are unboxed. I should say that this unit retailed for right around $80 when I bought it. I saw it between $75 and $80 depending on different retailers. This unit is a 4,000 or 9,000 BTU unit, and that's either you run it on low or you run it on high. It's geared for up to 225 square feet of a heating area. Just right here from the box, it does tell you that if you're running this on high, you're gonna run this for 2.5 hours or 2.4 hours, it says. And if you're running it on low, you're gonna get about 5.4 hours. I do have some mini propane tanks or cylinders, so we are going to test that out. I'm going to show you a couple other things about our portable ToughBuddy. You can see on the back here, there's actually mounting brackets or mounting locations where you could hang this up on a wall. There's also this pretty cool handle that you can move just up and down to carry, and just makes things a little more convenient. On the right side here, you can see the location where we're actually going to screw in our propane tank. If we spin this to the front, you can see that there is a metal grate here trying to keep you safe. And down here, you might not be able to see it, but it says caution hot. This part is made out of metal. Of course, up on the left side is how we're actually going to light our portable ToughBuddy. It's now time to screw in our propane tank. We're gonna put it right in here. I should say there is a rubber gasket up in there, so that's gonna be beneficial. You can put some sort of tape on here. They have appropriate for gas. I'm not gonna use it unless I detect some sort of a leak. Now that we're tightened down, this actually slides down into place. The directions actually tell us to make sure we're not leaking. They offer a few recommendations. One, to smell. Do you smell like it has rotten eggs, or you can smell propane? 2, listen for it, but they also recommend to spray on here some soap and water, and that's what I did here. If you see big bubbles come out, you know you are leaking. It looks like we are doing pretty well. The portable ToughBuddy tells us it can be used inside as long as it has enough access to fresh air, because without that you could risk carbon monoxide. So what I've done here is I've actually picked up a carbon monoxide detector. So if we start to have problems, this thing will beep. We can test to make sure it works. Yep, definitely it works. So I've turned off the heat in this room. You can tell it's right around 61 degrees Fahrenheit. I wanted it to be cooler, but to be honest with you, it's like 58 degrees outside. So we are just gonna use this portable heater to see if we can raise the temperature of the room. There is going to be no other heat source, and this room is 120 square feet. To start this, we're gonna push it over to pilot, and I'm gonna push it down, and right down here, you're gonna see a flame, and we're gonna see if we can get it to light. There it goes. Right there, the flame is lit. So now I'm gonna push and just hold this for 30 seconds. Now that we've been holding for 30 seconds, we can let go of our pilot. And I'm actually gonna turn this over to low setting. We're gonna see how long, oh, you see that fire? That was cool. We're gonna see how long this can run on the low setting. I know that this is a food thermometer, but I wanted to show you the intense heat that's coming out right here from the front. Wow, it is pretty hot. All right, so it's only been a couple of minutes and we are running hot. You can see this metal grate is around 180 degrees or a little higher than that Fahrenheit. So yeah, be careful not to touch it. It gets hotter as you go around. So definitely keep hands away from this area. On the sides, I don't notice anything like that, and the propane tank seems to be doing okay. I have our room thermometer sitting back here. So right now it's still showing 61 degrees Fahrenheit. Of course, we've only had this on for about 5 minutes. Let's check back in an hour. We've been running this for only 30 minutes and the temperature's already gone up 3 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see that we are at 64 degrees Fahrenheit and it is getting warm in here. I have used my temperature gun to scan all the way around the room. And yeah, it's pretty consistent at 64 degrees Fahrenheit, except for at the ceiling, which is warmer because, well, heat rises. I wanted to point out the importance of having something here in front of your ToughBuddy because I didn't realize that the table here was going to get warm, and so I scanned my temperature scanner at it and it was 180 degrees Fahrenheit, so I put just this temperature safe cutting board in front so I don't damage the wood. So just make sure you have this on a temperature safe surface. We are now an hour and a half into this test, and as you can see, the temperature is still rising right here around the portable ToughBuddy. It's around 68 degrees Fahrenheit. I'm testing the heat around the room with my temperature gun. You can see there it's about 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's also because it's up towards the ceiling. So if I bring it down, you can see we get to that same temperature, 68, 69, that our thermometer is showing. We're continuing to move along nicely, but I wanted to test the tip feature. It's supposed to shut off. I didn't see any buttons at the bottom or on the bottom, so let me just tip this over. Ready? Oh, I see the flame just clicked off, so the tip feature, I guess, completely shuts off the unit. All right, what I'm gonna do now, put it back to pilot. I'm lit, go back to low. We're about 2.5 hours into this test, and you can see the condensation line is right here, so we're a little less than half full of this tank, which is actually pretty impressive. It makes me think this is definitely gonna make it to the 5-hour mark. Some more safety features in the directions. They tell you to not have anything combustible within 24 inches of the front, 30 inches of the top, and 6 inches left to right. The temperature keeps rising and it's really impressive to me. I should say that I actually started this test towards the evening. Right now it's almost nighttime, right? It's dark outside and the exterior temperature has dropped from 58 or so when we started to 40 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So it's getting really cold outside, but this room is feeling extra toasty. So tell me, what are your thoughts of this portable heater? Something that you would use, not so much? Is there another one that you like? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. I was getting ready to do a 5-hour check-in and it went out. We got as high as 73 degrees Fahrenheit, but now that the heat is off, it has been dropping over the last few minutes. Like I said, now it's in the 30s outside, so it is very cold. I was a little disappointed because the box says 5.4 hours, which is about 5.5 hours, like 5 hours, 24 minutes or so, but I just made it 5 hours on low. That being said, for those 5 hours, it did heat up my space and raised it just around 12 degrees Fahrenheit. In this video, we are looking at the ToughBuddy, an indoor propane-powered heater that retailed for right around $79. Plus, if you think I purchased a carbon monoxide detector, I'm in this for right around $100. And that does not include the propane. Those, I think, were about $10 for a 2-pack. So what did I think of it? You know what? I wasn't sure what to expect, but I was actually really impressed with the amount of heat it was able to generate in such a short period of time. I should say there are a lot of accessories for the ToughBuddy. You actually can buy an adapter, the hook into it to run 2 propane tanks, so that would take you for an extended period of time, probably around 10 hours. They do have an attachment that you can hook up a refillable propane tank, except you're not supposed to keep those inside the house. So that would be for an exterior application. As I was reading the directions, it actually says this is a great product for RV life, maybe even van life, as long as you have a stable place to put it that's away from combustibles. I will say you also have to have some sort of a vent, like a roof vent or a window vent, something that's able to make the airflow move. I will give you some precautions. This is very, very hot in the front, so make sure to keep your hands and pets and anything away from it because it can hurt. Also, make sure you put it on a heat-safe surface. I didn't do that first, and it sort of wrinkled the table that I had it on, and I realized it halfway through the test that I needed to put something down. I really appreciate the anti-tip feature because that is something that did worry me, but this thing just shuts right off, and I really like that they included a safety feature such as that. Actually, the Mr Heater brand has different sizes of these heaters, so this one says it was up to 240 square feet that it could heat. My opinion, you wouldn't really want it in such a big space because, like I said, my room was only 120 square feet, and yes, it did warm it up. I just think it took a lot of effort. They have larger ones, and this, of course, is the smallest one that they sell. That was my full review of the Mr Heater Portable ToughBuddy. If this is something that interests you, I will leave a link down in the description. This is Jeff with Jeff Reviews for you. As always, thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day. I'm going to show you what this looked like on with some of the lights out. You definitely have a red coil or red behind there. There's this flame down there, so just so you know, it is hot, but look how cool that looks with the lights dim. I really do appreciate that you stayed around for my entire review of this propane portable indoor heater. You know what? Not that long ago, I actually reviewed another heater, and this one's an electrical one. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna link the handy heater right up here, and I would love it if you would click on this link. And when you do, by the magic of the internet, I'm gonna join you at that review. So go ahead, click it. It's safe, I promise.